Wildlife managers at San Andreas National Wildlife Refuge northeast of Las Cruces say they're worried about the effects the drought is having on desert bighorn sheep and mule deer this year. Kevin Cobble has been the Wildlife Refuge Manager at the 57,000-acre San Andreas National Wildlife Refuge for 12 years, and he says this is the driest he's ever seen the refuge.
It's bad. It's the worst I've seen it, and I've been in the Southwest my whole life, and this has been probably the worst drought I've seen.
Walking through the refuge, Cobble says August is typically a time when he sees a lot of green vegetation, but that isn't the case right now.
A lot of the grasses haven't put out any green yet. Normally this time of year, the hillsides here would be blanketed with green.
According to Cobble, two main goals the refuge has is to try and restore desert bighorn sheep and also to try and bring up the numbers of mule deer.
There's a lot of deer taken out of this mountain range, and they're just not here now.
Cobble contends this year's drought might lower the number of mule deer that remain on the refuge.
It seems like with the droughts, they'll kind of come up a bit and then they'll get knocked back pretty hard. So it's, like 2 steps forward and 1 step back all the time. So it's very slowly building back up. And it's not just out here. The mule deer populations throughout the West have declined, and whether it's human population, a little bit of climate change, nobody knows totally for sure, but there's a lot of factors going in there. But there's a lot of people looking at it too, trying to figure out what's going on with mule deer.
Cobble says there are no plans to start hunting mule deer on the refuge. However, desert bighorn sheep might start to be hunted on the refuge soon.
And we have to write a hunt plan, and we have to get together with the game department and see how we want to do that. But eventually, yeah, we will be hunting, and it's probably in the next few years.
However, he says this year's drought conditions might limit the amount of desert bighorn sheep that survive to adulthood, and that could delay a possible hunt.
We lose that reproduction this year, and the population just kind of either stays static or possibly declines because we're not getting those new animals brought into the population. So the drought, this has some really severe effects.
Cobble is hoping to do more controlled burns on the refuge to try and spur new growth in vegetation to help the sheep and deer. He says a desert bighorn sheep survey is planned for this fall, and the numbers of sheep they find by doing flyovers in a helicopter will play a factor in deciding when the animals will be hunted. For KRWG, I'm Andersen.